Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode, we built intercity tram network between Wincanton and Chipping Camden. It's awesome. Is that how you say awesome? I don't know why I said it that way. It's working really well. I love it. I love trams. I really like trams. So this is working really well. So then I'm like, oh cool, you know what, we'll put one in between Chipping Camden and Clare here, because that's a nice straight shot as well. And that's not working so well. We've got 3 people there. I think it maybe just needs to tick along. We literally did it in the last 5 minutes, and it's still on slow game speed. Oh look, on the way, it is working. You're carrying 23 people. You're awesome. Yay. Okay, that's super cool. We also added some more bus routes into Clare, fixed that up a little bit, because some of the bus routes that were here we'd made right at the start, and they had TBF, which I think when I did it at the start means to be fixed. That was the little thing I'd written at in the line name. This is cool. I think actually we could probably add some more. No, why are you turning? What are you doing? You should be heading back to Chipping Camden now. Why are you doing a spin? What the hell? Oh, no, you're turning again. Okay, that's stupid. Why is that a thing? Odd. We'll look at that later. Okay, so that might actually be working, which is cool. More tram networks for the win. Let's do it. Tram. So that gives me an idea. Let's add one more to you. I keep looking at this. St. Helens, Meltham, Ackle, Halstead. We are now putting goods and fuel into these cities. It's still a little bit higgledy-piggledy, if you know what I mean. These trains can't keep up with the plastic demand. This fuel guy is not revved up yet. We really need to kind of work on the demand for that. So we need to grow these cities, I believe. They're all sitting at about the 500 population mark. 700 there. They are all connected by road. So you can see we come from Meltham, we can go into Halstead. From Halstead we can come down into Ackle. And from Meltham we can go into St. Helens. I'm kind of feeling intercity tram network here, people. I'm thinking like tram. Obviously rails would be great as well, but I really feel like trams, and I want to do trams, so we're going to do trams. So I'm thinking tram, and then maybe one of these is a hub, maybe Ackle could be the hub for trains, and Ackle could maybe have a line running out and joining up with Lee or Holt or somewhere down here. You never know. Well, I should know because I'm the one playing, but we'll work it out in the future times. So, tram. I believe that should be the thing we do. So let's get that done. What we're going to do, I guess, is create... First off, for each city, let's create a hub, a poppy spot. What does that mean? A poppy spot? There's a station. How in my head did I go? A poppy spot is what you call a station. So let's create like a stop, a point, create a little bus network, and then we can do it at each city, and then we'll connect them all up with the trams in between. I guess we're going to have to do that off camera. I'll have to do that because that's going to take me a little while, and I've only got 20 minutes before I have to go to work. So I will start that, and we will come back when we've created some poppy stops. All right, see you in a bit. Okay. What you can see here is 1, 2, and then 3 lines, I believe. Oh, well, look, I have them here. Meltham to Ackle, so this city to here. Meltham to Halstead is there. St. Helens to Meltham, and then a St. Helens to Meltham to Ackle. And they're kind of fun. I mean, I love these trams. I want these trams all the time. It took a little bit of time to get it all going on, and we could obviously make it better. And on that note, so roughly I record my videos, it takes me about a day. So I record like a bit in the morning before work, and then I usually come home in the evening, play a little bit more, and then the next morning I record like the ending of that video. Yeah, so like a two-stage process. So I'm usually about 3 days ahead of when a video goes up. So yesterday the video called TRAM Genius, I don't know, I think it's episode 14 or 15 or something like that, where we did this line, the wind canted, the chip and cambered video went up, and Hushi commented, oh yeah, that's really good, but you think about a light rail system. And I'm like, what do you mean light rail? So that's basically running these trams here on the train tracks. And then he's like, you can put them underground as well. So kind of cool because it takes them off the road. And so you've got intercity tram light rail system, which is intriguing. Hushi then sent me a couple of sketches on Discord, and based around, because we were talking in that video around the city of Lee, making this a hub. And it looks very, very intriguing indeed. So I think I'm going to be able to send him a save file, and he's going to maybe mock up an idea, and then we're going to see if we can get that done, because it looks good, and he's a far smarter person than I am in terms of how these things work. And you should check out his videos if you don't already. So I think that's the plan, which kind of makes what I've just done a little bit obsolete, because I think it sounds smarter to put all of this stuff underground, even though, okay, there's a secondary thing here. We have to remember, we are doing the three things: efficiency, productivity, networktivity. Yep. But then we added, I think a couple of episodes ago, beautification-tivity. Beautitivity. Things need to look kind of beautiful as well. Now, there's beautiful, and then there's organized. So like a grid system is kind of organized, but maybe not possibly beautiful. A higgledy-piggledy system like this, slightly more beautiful, though it's annoying that they're industrial buildings. I would prefer that they were houses. These assets that we can place down, very beautiful. This beach here, gorgeous. Okay, so kind of aesthetically beautiful, and then also I guess organizationally beautiful are two kind of different things. So we want some organization beauty, but we also want some aesthetic beauty. Aesthetic. I don't know how to say that word. I think I burnt my tongue on my coffee as well. It hurts. So, bearing that in mind, I like these because they're aesthetically beautiful. Yeah, you can see them going through the towns, and I like that. That's kind of cool. So we have to consider, if we create an underground network, an underground light rail intercity tram system, then do we detract from some of the beauty? Possibly. But so then do we consider having above ground tram network for moving everybody around instead of buses? Buses are not necessarily aesthetically beautiful, though that bus is pretty cool. This spiderweb of cob things is not exactly aesthetically beautiful. So there's something to think about there, and how we get around in our cities and how we make it look pretty while we're doing that. But I'm pretty sure that the system that Hushi is proposing, a light rail, sounds pretty cool. And I like the idea. And I love the idea of going underground. Underground is awesome. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, this is the episode that'll come out just before the live stream, and then we'll do the live stream, and then there'll be a pause of a day while we get stuff, and then there'll be more episodes. I think that's how I usually do it. I don't know. So in the live stream, we'll be going through and probably starting that project. So that's going to be quite interesting, because I think that'll give Hushi enough time to maybe mock up some ideas. He's done some sketches for me, but all centered around Lee, and he's got this kind of coming from inside this way, coming from down that way, and coming from this way, and creates this kind of triangle in Lee, which looks pretty cool. So I think that'll give us time. So possibly in the live stream we'll be doing some of that, and maybe what I'll be doing is going back through all of this, digging these guys underground. I mean, also something he mentioned was, I don't have to have these multiple stops in the city. One of the reasons I'm doing this is that these trams, while they are intercity transport, I'm also using them as a secondary form of inner city metro transport, which I thought was kind of efficient, but maybe not necessarily so. We've got to remember that the game just wants to get things from A to B a lot of the time, the fastest way possible. So this might not be the best thing. So after all of that, I've spent a couple of hours wasting time doing this because it feels like I'm about to redo all of it, which is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine, because it could make it more beautiful and cooler and funner. Funner. Is funner a word? Funner is definitely a word. I had more funner. No, I don't know if that's a word anymore. It's very odd when you say words out loud and you're by yourself in a room. You get a little bit confused and paranoid about if you've remembered how to speak. Anyway, so this is going to be a mega short episode. I think we're going to leave it there. We're going to come back with the live stream, which is what is it? UTC Sundays 2200, which is 8 a.m. Australian time on Monday morning. So you can work backwards from there or forwards from there, depending on where you are in the world. I think we'll revisit this in the stream and start getting some of this done according to the Hushy plan, which is what we're going to call it from now on, the Hushy plan. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Click the like down below. Join us in the live stream to see the things that we start to create. Bye.